Let's take these app icons and make them Valentines themed, starting with Safari. So first I'll erase everything in the middle before changing the color and adding back the needle, but changing its color as well. Let's select all the points around the circle and change the color to pink, and finally add it to the icon. So here's the first app icon of the video. Okay, but that was pretty easy, and I have another idea for Safari at the end of the video, so let's move on to the next icon, which is the mail app. I'll change the gradient on the background and add a nice kiss to seal up the letter. Let's add some hearts behind the envelope and make them a little bit blurry. I'll make it more transparent before changing the color to white. Finally, I'll make the kiss pink, so here's the design. But the apps are only going to get more complex as the video goes on, so the next Valentine's app is, well, the messaging app. And my idea is to make it look like a heart reaction on iMessage. So I'll give this heart some shadows at the bottom and some highlights at the top, and then even more highlights. Let's put that heart on the top right of the message before changing the color of the background and making it a little dark around the edges, and we're done. So here's iMessage, but more lovely. Now we still have Snapchat, Reddit, and the extra Safari design at the end of the video, but next is the weather app. I'll start by making the background a little brighter before cutting out the original design and moving it to the top right. Next, I drew in a piece of grass in the new Apple style, which luckily isn't too detailed. Yeah, boy. Now I'll just place that piece of grass around the image a bunch of times, like a lot of times. After that, I'll bring in a rose and mess with the shape before adjusting the colors and putting it in the grass. So here's the new weather design. And before we can start designing the final Safari icon, let's make a love-themed YouTube icon. And all we have to do is put some Valentine's-themed wrapping paper over the logo. I'll fix up the edges and add an outer glow, but we obviously still need the triangle, so I'll give it a realistic kind of look and saturate the wrapping paper. Let's finish it up by adding a gold bow, and that's it. Okay, but the last few designs were still pretty simple, so let's make something a little bit cooler, like the Snapchat icon. And if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos like this in the future, but let's make this new Snapchat icon. I'll start by coloring over it and bringing back the ghost. Next, I'll remove part of the hands on the outside of the ghost before drawing a new one on the inside. Let's duplicate that hand for the other side and give him a nice little heart in the middle. I'll remove that heart from the inside of the hands and then give the heart some more depth. Let's also change the color of the heart, but if you look at the original icon, they've added some highlights coming from the top left, so let's just copy that effect on our icon. I also really liked the background on the mail icon, so I'll do something similar by adding a bunch of hearts in the background, but to make it a little different, I'll keep the hearts pink, and instead of adding a Gaussian blur, I'll add a spin blur. So here's Snapchat, but more lovable. And now we're on the final two apps of the video. And the next one is Reddit. So let's change the background color and give the mascot some shadows. I don't think we really need these eyeballs, so let's just remove them, but we can't just have no eyeballs. So I'll bring in a heart to replace his right eye and try to make it look similar to the original. Let's duplicate the heart and put it on the other side before changing the color and adding some circles for a reflection. I also added some heart reflections at the bottom, but you can barely see it, especially since the app icon will be like 10 times smaller. So here's the Valentine's Reddit icon. But now let's move on to the final app icon of the video, which is our second version of Safari. And if you forgot, we removed the original design and changed the color to pink at the beginning of the video. We also added the ticks on the outside, but now let's make a skinny rectangle and round the edges. I'll rotate that rectangle and add a wood texture with a drop shadow. Next, I'll select the fetching of this arrow and put a few on the back. I also found this heart-shaped cutlery, so let's take the top half and fix up the cutout. Let's line that up with the rest of Cupid's arrow and give it some shadows. I'm also going to change the color to red and then add a gold ring. And to finish it up, I'll put this side of the ring above the arrow. So here's the final Valentine's app icon. Let me know which Valentine's icon you like the most in the comments. And don't forget, you can download any of these app icons for free on my merch store. And if you want to watch another one, maybe click one of the videos on screen.